This is Carl with the three things I'm watching for Friday, July 25th. Starting out, there was some confusion in the market yesterday over a corn sale, and I want to give my opinion on it. It was initially announced by the USDA that China had bought 135,000 metric tons of corn, which would have been their first export purchase from the United States for the marketing year. Um, Later, it was clarified that it was South Korea, and the market lost its ever-loving mind because the USDA tricked them or whatever. Let's look at the big picture on this, folks. We sold corn at a time of the year when we should not be making exports. South America should be eating our lunch on the export market right now, and we are still selling corn into South Korea. Um, that's good news. That's very good news. It's demand. And it wasn't just one. We had two big flash sales on corn yesterday at a time when I said we shouldn't be selling corn. Let's look at the big picture there, folks. Um, we've overlooked our demand on corn quite a bit. I think we need to start paying a little bit more attention to that as we move forward here. Second thing I'm watching, processing margins. This interior market heating up. Ethanol. Most plants margin around 15 to 20 cents a gallon that they're putting out. Soybean crush, nearby 210, 215 per bushel. New crop 220, 225 is what you guys are pulling in these crushers. So big margins there. This domestic market starting to push up against the export market, especially with that starting to, remains pretty firm. Bottom line, we're getting some pretty good flat price markets across the interior here. If you have remaining bushels to move, now might be the time to pay a little bit more attention to these market actions. Third and final thing, we've heard a lot about drought. We always hear about drought when it takes place, but not that much about excessive moisture. And we got some issues starting to surface, and they're not huge, but central Iowa, that Des Moines area, a lot of reports saying, look, we got too much water and it did take the top end off our crop. North Dakota, yeah, we had too much rain, took the top end off our crop. This is starting to be the only common thing with this year's crop on corn is that we've taken the top off it. That is what we are hearing from one end of the corn belt to the other. The talk of 184, 185 bushel corn starting to get a little bit quieter. Trade's starting to wonder if that 181 is maybe even a little bit too high. We got to remember, we can have a 179 bushel per acre crop, be just under last year's, be a damn good crop, but it would shake up the balance sheets. Stay tuned, folks. We're not done with that one. Those are the three things I'm watching today.